When I began to read this morning and really wanting to know what God was saying in the next step, in the next dimension of what he is doing in us and through us and for us, he began to make me aware that now that the lie has been removed, the teacher is now present. There is an old saying that says, when the student gets ready, the teacher will show up. But in this instance, the new saying is, when the lie is erased, the teacher of the truth will show up. The Bible been telling us about, for he shall lead, meaning the Spirit of God shall lead and guide us into all that is true. All the truth. Not just some of the truth, not just part of the truth. But this Spirit is designed, produced and orchestrated by God to get into the minds and the hearts and the souls of the believers, to lead them and guide them into all truth. The funny thing about the leading and the guiding of the truth of the Lord, that when the truth have been embedded to a certain depth in us, when the truth have been placed in us and in a deep way, the Bible said, from the depths of our heart, because only the Spirit of God searches the mind and the spirit and knows the depths of the heart. And so in order to rid the heart of the lie, the Spirit of God must have the power to go to the depths, of the heart, which means the power of God have the ability to go deeper than the lie. Because if it doesn't have the power to go deeper than the lie, then it'll have no way of pushing the lie up out of our spirit and freeing us. Sometimes when the Spirit of truth comes, because our ears and our minds and our mindsets are accustomed to the lies, it becomes difficult to embrace the truth. As a matter of fact, a strange thing happens when truth shows up. Everything in us began to fight against the truth and become offended by the truth, because we're so used to living in the lie that we choose to believe that the lie is who we are rather than the truth is who we must become. So the Spirit of God is not in a place of stagnation. The Spirit of God doesn't do and then don't do anymore. The Spirit of God is a doing thing. It is constantly moving. And the minute you set your mind in the fact that what God has done is done, is the day that you begin to offend the Holy Spirit, because I'm ever evolving. I'm doing stuff that you don't even know that I'm doing. That's why when I tell you to bless me and I tell you to praise me, I'm telling you to praise me because I'm God and my Spirit is operating in a way in you that days to come, years to come, you will look back on this moment and realize what the Spirit of truth has done for me. When the book of Isaiah, the 30th chapter and the 20 and the 21st verse begins to talk to us Let me show you something that is going to help you. It says, my God, and though the Lord gives you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet your teacher, with a capital T, will not hide himself anymore, but your eyes will constantly behold your teacher, and your ears will hear a word behind you saying, this is the way, walk in it. When you turn to the right hand and when you turn to the left, then you will defile your carved images overlaid with silver and your molten images plated with gold. You will cast them away as a filthy blood-stained cloth, and you will say to them, be gone. In other words, there is no power to rebuke what hinders you until the spirit of adversity has been given, because